Rob McLean presents Sports Scene Special, Match of the Day.
Beat the champions and stay on course for survival. That was today's Premier Challenge for Kilmarnock. D-Day for Everton after 40 years in the top flight. Could they stay there? And the second semi-final of Shinty's Camanachd Cup, Fort William against Oban Camanachd. Hello there at the end of the second last Saturday of the Scottish League football season. Derek Johnston joins me to examine the Premier relegation dogfight, and Jock Brown's here to talk about the latest row that's brewing between Rangers and the SFA. Rangers went to Kilmarnock this afternoon as champions. Tommy Burns and his team knew their Premier survival chances might be knocked down along with Rugby Park if they dropped any more points. Jock was at the match.
It's an emotional day all round for Kilmarnock supporters. The club's last game at the old Rugby Park. The shed will be taken down tomorrow when the bulldozers move in readiness for the creation of a brand new custom-built stadium to take the club into a new era. And the bad news this afternoon for Kilmarnock is that Ali Mitchell is out injured and Tom Brown is deemed fit enough only for a place on the bench. But George McCluskey is back and Billy Stark wears Mitchell's number 7. For Tommy Burns, perhaps the most vital match of his 5-year spell at Kilmarnock. He's now 37, but he'll play a leading role in midfield as his team battles for Premier League survival. And that Rangers team is strange looking, to say the least. So many players injured, and Ian Ferguson protected from the possibility of suspension from the Tennent's Cup final. Colin Scott continues in goal, and back after long absences are men like Fraser Wishart, Oleg Kuznetsov and Charlie Miller, the 18-year-old who made his debut at Aberdeen last September. He's likely to operate up front with McCoy, with Hateley expected to play in central defence. And the referee this afternoon is Mr. Ray Morrison from Carluke. So the tension all around the stadium as Kilmarnock get the game underway. They really must take something in this match, or they could face First Division football next season. And there's confirmation straight away that Mark Hateley has slotted into central defence beside Richard Gough. Stark caught out there by Mlln, a chance on here now for Rangers. Mikhalichenko as McCoy waiting in the centre, and Miller with a real let-off for Kilmarnock. It was Charlie Miller's alert work in midfield which created the opportunity. Well, disaster there defensively for Stark, and it was Mikhalichenko who was looking up there all the time as he came forward. And a great chance for Charlie Miller. McCluskey touches it on, there's Robertson. Well, it's still very tense out there. There's no real relaxation or flowing football from either side. Rangers still trying to settle, I think, in this new formation. High boot there from Neil Murray. Indirect free kick indicated for dangerous play by the referee. Headed away was by Mlln. No question about that being a foul. That's good play again by Black. He's met there by Wishart. Footwork there from Murray. This is Hateley, he's been forced to hurry. Well, Sean McSkimming was the player putting Hateley under pressure. There are clear indications here that Mark Hateley hasn't really settled into this central defensive position. Here's Barnes. McCluskey. Tackled well by Kuznetsov. And the corner kick goes to Kilmarnock. Still taking the game to Rangers. Reilly again with the outswinger. Kalichenko helps that on. It's MacPherson. Here's McSkimming. Forced wide by Goff. That's MacPherson. That was a chance, all right. Falling to Billy Stark, who scored so many of these over a very long, successful career. Frustration in his face. It really was an excellent chance, this, by Stark's high standards. Offside flag up against McCoist. McCluskey doing well to keep that in play, now trying to get the better of Wishart. The tackle from Wishart results in a corner, and Wishart clearly thought it came off McCluskey last. Well, even from this range, I have a little bit of sympathy with the Rangers defender. Packed penalty box again. Variation here, short to Tom Black. There's Burns! Splendid save by Scott. Well, a very well worked corner kick this by Kilmarnock. It was taken short by Reilly, back to Tom Black for Tommy Burns to have that header on goal. Tom Black lost that in the sun, I think. This is McCoist. Tackled well by Mlln. Chance on here for McCluskey. Does he have the pace? Let in by Williamson, but he couldn't run away from these defenders. Now has to depend on ball control and skill, and has support now from Burns. Let in by Mlln, and Haitley wisely leaving that alone. Well, the years caught up there on George McCluskey. There was a time when he might well have done more with this opportunity, as the ball was played into his path by Bobby Williamson. I think he knew instantly he didn't have enough pace to run away from the Rangers defence. Then checked back to try to beat them by trickery. Promising move, coming to nothing in the end for Kilmarnock. And Goff sending it a long way back. Well, Colin Scott hasn't looked too comfortable with the ball at his feet. This time not being pressurised by Kilmarnock. And that is the last kick. A disappointing first half overall. Played in strangely muted atmospheres and without either side really settling to play flowing football. The closest to goal perhaps coming from Tommy Burns' header, well saved by Colin Scott. But it's all tense and nervous, and at half time it's all square. Kilmarnock 0, Rangers 0. Rangers start the last 45 minutes at the old Rugby Park, and it's an occasion when Kilmarnock want to turn it into something of a gala day with a victory which could preserve their Premier League status. Here's Tom Brown involved straight away. Now he's come on at half time to replace Bobby Williamson, and there's a headed flick there from McCluskey, well saved by Scott. Tom Brown has made an instant impact in the proceedings for Kilmarnock. Very good attack that was on the left, with Brown leading it, letting in McSkimming here, going across the bows of Wishart. The header from McCluskey was a good one, and that's a good save. Well, Tommy Burns really has a serious dilemma in this match now, because he must take something from the game to have any chance of survival, and the trip to Easter Road facing him next week may decide at 1 point would give them that opportunity. Fraser Wishart springs the offside trap. Rangers getting players in the box. McCoist leads the charge. Well, a chance that he would normally expect to take there, and the linesman being spoken to by some of the Kilmarnock players. But this really was a great chance for Rangers. Wishart steaming forward into that gap on the right, looking for McCoist in the middle, finding him very well indeed. McCluskey. McSkimming takes over. Black has Reilly supporting from midfield. Black again in possession. Burns gets involved, that's McCluskey. Very neat turn by McCluskey. An extremely ambitious shot that. Kilmarnock putting a lot of passes together there without really penetrating. Burns inside to McCluskey. This was good play, but now he was trying to bend that, I'm sure. Here's Durant. Now Mlln. That's for Wishart. Good early ball. A chance again for McCoist. Good football that from Rangers in the build-up. And Danny McCoist unable to adjust his footing there on the end of this properly. There's Hateley. And Kilmarnock suddenly under some pressure here. Strong play by McCluskey. Offside flag is up. Karachenko and McCoist, I think. Now Montgomery. One for Brown to chase. Scott had to judge that well. Around that 18-yard line. McCoist using Wishart at the back. Murray calling the ball ahead. There's Goff. McCoist picks out Kuznetsov. This is good play from Rangers. Karachenko. David Robertson. And almost a chance there for Charlie Miller. Stark appeared to guide the ball away. Another moment of real danger for Kilmarnock. Burns fouled there by Karachenko. It's a free kick to Kilmarnock. Now can they make something of this? Set piece around the box. So the conference takes place again. Set up for Tom Black. Very well struck by Black, and a good save once again from Colin Scott. Well, he's done well in goal, the young goalkeeper. And just as well here, because this was struck very powerfully by Black. Scott getting his body behind it. Miller's layoff. McCoist. Wishart comes from the right back position with lots of space to utilise ahead. That's towards Charlie Miller. Geddes is committed. Now Haustra and Karachenko. Up goes Murray. Well, Bobby Geddes will be relieved. Not entirely convincing when he came for the initial cross from Wishart. Fumbled that across, and when Karachenko played that in, he could have been in trouble had there been more power in the header from Murray. Good play by Stark. Good run made by Mlln. He's onside. It's a great chance here for Kilmarnock. He was clearly onside. The pass was released, and a disaster there for Andy Mlln. The anguish all over his face. Well, he can't believe that. It would have been his first goal for Kilmarnock. Certainly onside when the pass was released. What an opportunity this was. And it touched the side netting there. Well, it would have been such a reward for an inspiring figure in that Kilmarnock defence. Headed away there by Brown, back defending. Smith in the dugout. He has David Hagan available to come on. Hateley in the box. That was McCoist! First clear glimpse of goal that for McCoist for some time. And helped on by Hateley. Back in an attacking position there. McCoist, plenty of power but too much height. Here's McCluskey. Back to Mlln. And Colin Scott taking no chances there with that clearance. McCluskey. And a free kick given there. Bit of obstruction as McCluskey came forward. So, chance again for Kilmarnock to create something from a rehearsed move. So, it's Tom Black again who's the likely man to receive the pass. There's Black again. He scored! Came so close a short time ago, but this time there's no mistake, and Kilmarnock are in the lead. A devastating left foot of Tom Black, and how well he used it there. Rugby Park has burst to life, and this time Colin Scott couldn't keep it out. What an incredible scene now as Kilmarnock go ahead. Well, Tom Black scores goal number 6 of the season, and maybe the goal which keeps Kilmarnock in the Premier Division. Galichenko to Murray, Hagan free on the right. Wishart overlaps, good running there by the fullback. Played in early, McCoy's trying to help it on for Hateley. Very good defending by MacPherson. He knew exactly what he was doing there, former Rangers player, nodding that back securely to his keeper. McCoy did well initially to help this on, he knew Hateley was in behind him. But how about that for a back pass from MacPherson? So, joy around the stadium as the Kilmarnock supporters here that St Johnstone have gone behind against Aberdeen. Here's McCluskey. Well, quite content to keep the ball. It's perhaps as important as anything else here. Thinking on 3 defenders. Down goes Reilly. He was fouled by Wishart. Well, that will take up even more time for Kilmarnock. We're inside the final minute. Well, Tommy Barnes and George McCluskey drawing in all their vast experience. The corner flag, the target there. Houstra has the ball. Well, it came off Neil Murray. No, the referee's given a free kick, I think, against Kilmarnock. Well, the substitution will be the next ploy for Kilmarnock, I'm sure, before the end. Craig Napier's been stripped to come on. The whistling from the Kilmarnock supporters. Here's Richard Goff. The referee's checking his watch carefully now. The final whistle goes. Kilmarnock have got off a dramatic victory. It may well save their Premier League lives. Sheer bedlam all around us here among the Kilmarnock supporters, who've endured a very tense afternoon, which was lit up by Tom Black 11 minutes from the end with that scorching free kick from 25 yards. The celebrations among the Kilmarnock players, and little wonder, they battled superbly all the way through. Tommy Barnes congratulates the goal scorer. He wants the players to salute the supporters. It's the last game at the old Rugby Park, and it's ended on the happiest of notes. It's Kilmarnock 1, Rangers 0.
Tommy, a new experience for you, a relegation battle like that. What was it like out there in the middle?
Very quick, if I feel I can remember. But it's a new experience, but I think football's all about experience. Sometimes you're lucky enough to get into a position where you're winning things, and that's an incredible experience. And there's other times it could be getting a promotion, which we've had here a couple of times, and that's been a marvellous experience as well. And now we find the other side, things where you're scrapping down at the bottom. And today we're happy to win the game and get 2 vital points. But as I say, it's only 2 points we've got now, and what we've done in essence is give ourselves a good chance to go and get the points we need next week.
Was the build-up particularly difficult for this game, because you could actually have gone down today if the results are going against you?
Yeah, that's right, but we took the guys away to see Mlln yesterday, and we just try to keep them as relaxed as possible, because at the end of the day football is about you go out and you give 100%, and if you get a wee bit of good fortune on the day, then it goes for you. If it goes against you, well, you just have to learn to live with that. And that's basically what we've based ourselves on from day one this season.
Did you have some feeling of ill fortune when Andy Mlln missed that opportunity?
No, I knew as soon as Mlln picked up he was going to miss it, Joe. He does the same thing every day in training. That's why I keep telling him he's a defender. He's never going to be a forward, I keep telling him that. But no, he's got the same symptoms as Danny McGrain. When Danny used to get in there as well, he'd get in there and the blinds would come down. But no, it was a magnificent run, a great ball for Billy Start. But I think he actually finished it quite well, just I think 2 inches by the post.
Were you conscious during the match of how quiet it was for a big crowd?
No, because the reason that Billy and myself and George played today was because the last 2 or 3 games at home I felt as if there's a wee bit of jitters about the place, and I know like the supporters feel because of so many years of disenchantment here, and then for the last couple of years it's been good, and then you think, well, is it going to be back to the same old thing again? And that's the one thing we don't want to disappoint them with. So from that point of view, we put the experience in today. I don't say we played particularly good football or anything like that, but there was good spells in the game where we knocked it about well and we tried to open them up and things like that. It's very difficult when you're playing against the league champions, because the Rangers were up for the game today as well. I mean, all right, their supporters maybe say they never played particularly well, but we're playing against them and we see the effort they're putting in.